Before this video starts, I just wanted to say thank you guys a lot for getting my video where I did the hot sauce challenge. I don't even know if it was the right kind of thing. Some people were saying you had to drink more, but I just did what I thought I could do and everything. But thank you guys for getting that to, I think, 426 views. That's what it said on my YouTube Studio app. In just a couple days, that's really good. And I mean, compared to other people, some people might be able to pull way more views, but I just mean it's good for my channel and everything. But anyways, on to the story. So I don't know why I haven't told this one a lot more recently, or I mean, before and everything, just because it would happen a while ago. It happened in 8th grade, and when I was in 8th grade, I was kind of, the edgy kid. Like, I wasn't like, want to smoke crack in the bathroom or something like that. I wasn't that kind of kid. But I think kids might have vaped back then. I don't know. But I wasn't that kind of kid. I wasn't like the crazy kid who like would pants the teachers or something like that. I mean, I didn't do that like fucking somebody from Dire Wimpy Kid. They never said who did it in one of the books. Somebody did, but I never was like that kind of kid. I wouldn't like, I don't know, drug people or anything. But essentially, some of the stuff I would do is just really stupid, like petty stuff that I would do. I would just essentially, sometimes I think I took like a pencil and I would never even, I would try to do graffiti, quote unquote. It wasn't even graffiti because it wasn't permanent. But I think I just took a pencil and wrote like the F word and the N word in the school bathroom because I just thought I was cool and everything. I would just do that. Or like one time, I think I used all the toilet paper. Or like another time, I think I pooped and I didn't flush it. I would just do stuff and I was just like, I'm a bad boy. I would just do stupid stuff like that. And I just thought it would be funny to, sort of play a little prank on one of my friends. So I didn't exactly remember which locker they had, and I probably should have ended up just asking them, because it would have avoided me a lot of trouble, like what the title says and everything. So basically, I was just trying to find which locker was my friend's and everything. So I was just like, was it 652, 653? Like, I wasn't sure. I was kind of tied upon that. So I didn't write anything like, I'm going to slit your fucking throat. I didn't write anything like that. I think I just took out a piece of paper and I typed out, I just wrote fuck you from Mark Cook. That's what I put in their locker and everything. And it was a really good friend of mine. I had known him probably since elementary school, and he probably just would have thought it was funny. And then I don't know, maybe put like in my locker the next day, like, I hope you eat a spider in your sandwich or something stupid. It was just like we would have the type of relationship where we can, roast each other and stuff, and they know I'm not being a jackass. They just know I'm just, it's just kind of my type of humor and stuff. Like, generally, if I'm friends with somebody or I like them, then I'll joke around with them. That's kind of what I would do. And so essentially, that's what I did. I just put like "fuck you" in their locker and everything, and then um, I just remember the next day. Then after they had opened their locker and everything. I think I had lunch with them. Was one of the only classes I had, and I sat down next to them, and I go, "So did you find anything in your locker today?" And they were like, no." And they were just like, "Why would you do?" And I go, I put a note in your locker." And they were like, "Oh, okay. What'd you do? Put like a love note in there?" And I was like, "Yeah, I wish." I'm kidding. But they were just thinking like, "What'd you do? Put a love note in there or something?" And I said no, and they go like, "Well, what happened?" And I was like, "I put a note that said fuck you," and I put my name on it. Like, I didn't get a note that said fuck you. I was like, huh. And then I sort of thought, I was like, oh shit, did I put it in the next locker? And I was just hoping like it was somebody I was, good friends with, so that they would just think like, oh, Mark Cook's just fucking fooling around. But no, it ended up being one of the super annoying white girls who they talk like this all the time, and they're like, oh my gosh, they're just one of those people. They're just like, just a Tiffany White Star, if you know what I mean. They're just basically one of those Justin Bieber listening, coffee slugging, Converse wearing, bleached blonde haired fucking girls. I don't really know how to describe them. They're one of those people. So then essentially after that, then I was just like, oh shit, I ended up putting in the wrong locker. I hope they're not gonna do anything. So the next thing I know, I'm getting called down to the principal's office, and it was so annoying. The principal would always do this every single time I would end up going into his office. He'd always just be like he'd have this angry face on, like he was trying to take a dump or something. I don't know. He's like, and then he would always just breathe through his nose when he's angry. He's like, he would just look like that, like, I don't know, an angry baby. Like, I just don't really know. It was just a weird face that, only fucking, like, cartoon characters make. And essentially he did that and everything, and I go, so, how you doing? Just because, like, he was being a fucking weirdo and everything. So, then, after that happened, every single fucking time, like, I get called into his office, because in middle school I get called into his office a lot. Like, half the time I didn't even do anything. It was literally at the point where he thought I was a liar who would, like, spin stories and make stuff up. Like, there were times when students would literally just know that he didn't believe a word I would say, even when I was 100% telling the truth and everything. Like, they would just make stuff up because they knew that he, like, hated me. And apparently he hated a lot of other students too. Like, a lot of other people said they didn't like him, had problems with him and everything. So then basically, this is the annoying thing that he did. Every single time that I came into his office, he's always like, I think you know why you're here. It's like, no, I don't know why I'm here. You're going to give me a Student of the Year award or what? What do you want to fucking do? And he was just like, I'll give you time to think about why you know you're here. It's like, why don't you fucking tell me? Because I came here to learn. So, I mean, unless you're trying to take away time from, fucking dissecting a frog or something. Kidding, we never did that, but that would have been cool. But you're just taking away from time where I could be doing something, fucking staring at the hot teacher or whatever, just he's taken away from time where I could be doing something that I don't know, something productive. I mean, even though I hated school, I just at least wanted to not sit around all the time. But he was just goes, so you really don't know why you're here? I'm like, no, this is like the third time you said it. I mean, just tell me why you're here, because you're honestly wasting my time. So then he goes, a student came into my office today. Do you know why? I'm like, no, I don't. I don't know. They fucking have a crush on you? I don't know, dude. Just tell me. Like, stop wasting my time. What are you, a James Bond villain, like, building suspense? What are you doing? It's fucking weird. You're not Emperor Palpatine, who, like, you're trying to prepare me for my last words before you shock me to death and everything. Like, it's not one of those things. It's weird as heck. And so then he was just, like, saying, like, oh, you know why you're here? And I was just like, tell me why you're here. He's like, so the student came in and they said you uttered a death threat to them. I was like, a death threat, huh? Yeah, what did I say? He's like, well, you said, and it was like every time that, like, somebody would swear or something, like, I think I once got in trouble for saying crap, which I don't even consider a swear word. My mom would, like, let me say it in front of her when I was like 10. So I think he would just always spell it out. He'd be like, CRAP. You know what that spells, right? And he was just like, well, a student said that you said FUCKU to the... Excuse me, I just burped. Like I said, like, a student said that you said FUCKU to them. I was like, okay, so what's your point? And I mean, that's not a death threat. Like, fuck you is just like, it's not even anything you could get in trouble for. Like, I mean, literally, it's stuff that 6-year-olds on Call of Duty say, like, fuck you, white boy, and stuff. So, I mean, it's not even stuff that was considered a death threat. I mean, it's just considered like a sort of a slightly rude thing. Like, if somebody went on the street and was like, fuck you, I wouldn't think much of it. I'd be like, fuck you too, bud. Like, I don't care. It's not something that makes me mad. Like, I'm not 8 years old anymore, and I was like, he said a bad word. It's not like that anymore. But it was just like, a death threat, huh? Like, you're considering me saying F you to somebody a death threat? Like, I think I said it to somebody in high school, and, like, they told the teacher, and the teacher's like, I don't care. You can swear if you want. Like, I think it was a pretty cool teacher. They didn't care. But he was just like, so you know what's going to happen for this? I was like, I don't know. You're going to fucking give me a detention? He's like, I think this warrants more than a detention. And he gave me a suspension and everything. And the only thing that was cool was it was an out-of-school suspension. I've never had in-school suspension, but I've heard that they suck because pretty much all you're supposed to do is just sit in a room all day just like this, like, or whatever, and just fucking, just sit there and, I don't know, just play on your computer or read a book. I don't really know because I've never once had in-school suspension. Maybe if somebody has got an in-school suspension before they can tell me exactly how torturous it was. But I mean, out-of-school suspension was better because at least when my mom found out, she wasn't even mad. She wasn't like, "You're gonna clean the house," It wasn't anything like that. It was just like, okay, just fucking do whatever, just dick around and play video games or whatever for 3 days or 2 days or however long it was. I don't really remember. It was a long time ago, but that is pretty much the story about how I got suspended from school for something extremely, extremely, extremely stupid. So if you guys ever got in trouble for something very stupid that you did that you don't even think would warrant a punishment, then let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.